and welcome to my Halloween look for the year. I had a few ideas of what I wanted to do today, but this one was the most different and I hadn't really seen it on the internet, so I thought I would give this a go. It is to do with the same thing that I did my nails on, which you might be able to tell is Squid Game. I'm not sure if you can tell because I am not a nail artiste. I'm right-handed, so I did two shapes on my left hand and I only did one shape on my right hand because I was not going to draw that many shapes with my left hand. And to be honest with you, my triangle is not very good. Oh, it's okay. It looks better on camera actually. But I tried, you know, and that's all you can do. I'm quite proud of myself. I've been experimenting with my nails lately. Like I've been really enjoying just doing them myself and like trying to do nail art. But I feel like I've done a decent job. But anyway, this video isn't about my nails. No matter how much time it took me to do this, it's going to be about my eye look. I've done the majority of my makeup so far, which may have been a dumb idea. I like getting out the way because I don't do anything like super different than I do every other video. When you see me put on foundation, it's always like kind of like the same thing. So I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time for you to have to, you know, watch that again and again. But anyway, for today's look, it is going to be, as I said earlier, a look inspired by Squid Game that I just randomly thought up, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I drew it, but I'm not a very good drawer, so let's hope I can draw better on my own face, which, you know, isn't probably going to happen. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling on here. Let's get into this. To start off with, I am going to use this tape that I just randomly found, and I hope it was less sticky, but it actually feels quite sticky. I've been like putting it on my hand and peeling it off like this to make it like less sticky because I'm going to put it on my face and I don't want it to hurt when I peel it off, which it probably will. But you know what, I think I've actually done a pretty good job of making it less sticky. But anyway guys, so what we're doing today is we're going to chuck this under our eye and up towards our eyebrow. So we're following, I made it too long. I've just folded the edge over because I made it way too long. But we're going to pop this like this just to get a really good line here because I'm going to be using black eyeshadow, so I wanted to get a good line. How do I look? I hope this doesn't peel off my foundation. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do this. I've never actually done this before. Like stuck stuff to my face, so hopefully this comes off. Does that look even? And there we go guys, Halloween is done. No. So I think that is even. You know what? I just don't 100% know. I'm really worried. I've stuck it to my eyelashes. Anyway, I think this is what we're going to go with. You know what? Now I think I made it too short. But anyway, stay. Okay, so this is what we're going to go with. And now I'm going to be using... Oh my god, I just realized I didn't put on my eye primer. I'm going to chuck on my eye primer. Just my Urban Decay eye primer potion in the anti-aging formula. I haven't used this in a while. It has fur in it. Interesting. There we go. I feel like this is gonna look so freaking weird. I've definitely done something a bit funny on this side. But anyway, so I'm gonna start by trying to just use powder eyeshadows, but we'll see how we go because I have bought like a few different things just in case, but we're gonna start with this. Oh my gosh, I've talked so much and I haven't even started the tutorial, but anyway. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit as well, just so you can see what I'm doing better, hopefully. So the first palette that I'm going to be dipping into today is my Haus Laboratories Glam Room No. 1 palette. I will be using this palette purely for this black shade down here called Top Hat, I think. Yeah, Top Hat. So let's do this, shall we? Oh, and I'm using like a pencil sort of shader brush just to dunk in here. And I'm going to be starting from my outer corner and just running this down here. Slowly running it up. But as I get towards my eyebrow, I'm going to be getting as close to the tape as possible. And now that I've done that, I'm also going to take it the whole way across like a thick eyeliner. It doesn't matter if it's a bit messy because I'm going to try and blend it up a bit. Okay, so now I have it like super dark close to my eye, like I have like a super dark sort of like a liner look. I'm going to go into this little fluffy shader brush here, and I'm gonna go into the same shade here and just kind of like blend this out because I want to like smoke it a bit, but we'll see how we go. We can always add more, we can always blend it more, but I just need the outer corners here to be like the deepest. And just be careful not to be too rough because like I almost got on my lower lash line, and then I don't want to get the black on my lower lash line. I need to remember with this pencil sort of brush, I've got to like really densely apply it to the majority of my lid, like at least the bottom half of it, just to get it like nice and dark here, so that I can then like blend out the corners and blend it out a little bit. But I just want it really dark on my lid, like really, really pitch black. So that part is finally done, the easy part. That took me a while to like properly layer it up to get it like this level of darkness. And I feel like I look pretty weird. But anyway, it's like super dramatic look. But okay, so now is gonna be the incredibly difficult part, which is going to be so much fun because I haven't practiced it at all. So what I now need to do is I'm going to take this tiny little lip brush here, and this is going to be my best friend for the next part of the video. So I'm going to be using my NYX Glitter Primer here because it is a sort of like light paste. I'm going to be using that on my face. I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand and grab it from here. So first off, I'm going to kind of blob it on my brush and just dab it at this line here. I need to try not to blend it too much with the black because I want to put something on top of it. I don't want the black blending in with it. So we're doing that like a wing of this. And I just realized I should probably work reasonably quickly. So I'm just going to do one side at a time and hope what I want to do actually works. Okay, next I'm gonna dip into my Lurella Beauty Rockin Moroccan palette, and I'm going to be using this shade down the bottom here called Spices, and I'm gonna take this on this brush. This one's a little bit less precise than the other one because I've already put the primer down. I just need to go over it with the eyeshadow. So I'm tucking into this red shade here and I'm popping that on top like that. Oh, look at that. That works so well. Oh, crap. Just be careful when you go back in because you may take some primer with you. And now I've put primer in the center of this palette. That pan, I mean. I put it in the center of the pan, possibly ruining the color. Oh well. Okay, now that I've kind of blended that in, I want to kind of make sure that I'm making a wing with it. So just gonna straighten it up a bit and drag it a tiny bit up the lid. God, I hope this looks okay without the tape. Okay, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get. I'm making such a mess on my table. Whoops. And now I'm just gonna do the same to my other eye, but I'm gonna do it off camera because you already saw it on this side. You don't need to see it twice. Okay, so this eye was a bit more tricky because the brushes were dirty and I don't have many small detail brushes. So I actually went in, I put on more of my NYX Glitter Primer on the back of my hand and I grabbed some of the Spices shade on my finger and I mixed them here in the back of my hand into this, somehow it's like an orangey colour, which is strange because it was red before. So basically now I have two completely different colours on the sides of my face, which is really annoying. I always find that one side of my face always ends up so much better, especially when I do sort of like wings like this, like wings at all, or but like coloured like statement wings. This side I do first every time and it always ends up better than this side, which is really annoying because I really wanted them to match. But here we are. Anyway, I might just actually dab a bit more on this one, just so they blend a bit better. But even then, I just feel like this one doesn't stand out as much as the other side does, which is really annoying. Oh, that's a bit better. Okay, that might be better. Okay. I'm just totally destroying the pan. Okay, there we go. I'm not sure if you noticed, I just did take it a little bit up, like as if continuing the liner on my actual lid, which I'm not sure if I'm loving at the moment, but we'll see how it turns out. I can always add more of the black shade over it. Okay, but that is what we're gonna go for now. I'm so afraid to do like the rest of it because now I don't have many thin brushes. I'm just gonna take the lip brush that I used for this and just wipe it on the back of my hand to try and clean it a little bit. What is this? Gosh. Oh, I guess because this is slightly tinted to like a pale, like sort of apricot color. It's like a very pale yellow, so it made a new color. If you mix it, that's what happens. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna quickly clean the back of my hands and then I'll be back. Clean. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing again. Okay, this brush is pretty much clean. Okay, so I'm gonna pop more of this, the NYX Glitter Glue, what's it called? Glitter Primer on the back of my hand. And guys, I'm so bad at drawing. I honestly don't know how I did my nails. Doing the triangle with my left hand was like, it was really hard. I was shaking so much. This is gonna be the longest video and it's gonna be like such a simple sort of look. Okay, so, okay, I'm gonna take the, I'm so nervous. I don't want to actually do it. Okay, because I have like a hooded, quite a hooded eye, I wanted to get this a bit lower, but because my eyelid is quite hooded, I think I'm gonna go towards the brow bone a bit more because it gives me more space if I work from here to here rather than like across here, because otherwise you won't be able to see what I'm going to draw in my crease when my eyes are open, which my eyes are open the majority of time I'm dealing with people and on camera, I think. Okay, so I'm going to draw shapes, like the Squid Game shapes, you know, the shapes that are on their mask. So there's a triangle, a circle, and a square. I don't have much space, but I feel like I should try to draw all three. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this to the other side of my face. Okay, here we go. Let's start with a square. I feel like I even need a thinner brush than this, to be honest with you. Okay, that's gonna have to do, and that's not amazing. I should have practiced on the other side of my face first. Okay, and a triangle next. What is that? That's too thick. I don't even think you can really see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm so bad at drawing circles. You guys don't even understand. I've always had an issue with drawing circles. It makes me really nervous to draw on my face. A circle. Not super bad, not super bad. You obviously can't really see it. Okay guys, so I'm actually dipping into something that I don't even know if you can buy. My mum bought me this like years ago for Christmas, like, I don't know. But it's called the Natio Sparkle Dust. It comes with 4 like pigments, and I'm going to be dipping into the end one here, which is white. So this is drying, and I need to get this out. Ah! No, what am I gonna do? What can I do? What can I do? I need something to put it on. Okay, so I've just got myself like a regular everyday side plate from the kitchen, and what I'm going to do is tap this onto this and then mix it with what's on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use it as, well, I'm going to use this as like a, you know, how the painters blend paints on that thing that I don't know what it's called. I actually think that was way too much, but anyway. Okay, so let's make this into some form of paste. You know what? I feel like this is coming out pink when I mix it together. I think I've only used this twice now, or maybe 3 times, but 2 of the times that I used it were for HaLlOwEeN videos. I think the other time I used it was just before I even started my channel, so that probably means it's off actually, now that you mention it. So this is turning into a pink colour, which is interesting. It's not as white as I thought it was going to be. And you know what? This is totally not going to do what I want to do. I think I'm just wasting this product. So I'm going to try and go over those shapes again with this. Definitely stands out more mixed together like that. I kind of like it. I like the color, I'll tell you that. It's like a really cool pink holographic sort of color. Holographic, what was the way that I said that? How do we feel? Okay, I feel like anytime I draw stuff in my brow bone, it doesn't turn out well. Okay, and now I'm actually going to take another brush, just kind of like a sort of dense, fluffy shader brush, and I'm going to take more of this white shade and just pop it on this plate. But instead of mixing it in, I'm going to dab into it with this. And I'm just gonna press gently. Oh, fuck. Okay, don't do that. That did not do what I wanted it to do. I'm very annoyed. But anyway, okay, that wasn't that bad, but we're definitely not doing that on the other side. Or maybe we will have to, because we have to make it match. What are we thinking? I definitely feel like it looked a bit cooler before I did that. This side looks like edgy and this side looks like a child drew on my face because I cannot draw shapes. Anyway, I am going to do the same on this side of my face off camera, and I'll be back to stare at you and question why I did that. Okay guys, I actually did it way better on this side. So instead of going in with this fluffy brush and dabbing on the white eyeshadow, I went in with a more precise brush and just picked up the white pigment on the tip of it and just dabbed along where I put the product. And then there was a bit of fallout, so then you have to kind of go and blow and it goes away. Did that fix that side? No, not at all. I just have like white powder in my eyebrow. I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna fix this side as well. I'm just gonna try and do the same thing. I'm not sure if it'll stick here anymore. Oh, you know what? I feel like it's sort of sticking. But my second eye is actually so much better. I feel like I even drew the shapes better on the second eye. I really should have put more of the pigment down first, but anyway. See? So much better. But this eye is definitely still better. Like, this eye is still a bit shoddy after that. So this is going to be my better eye for today, even though I screwed up the wing. But I think I made it better after I fixed it. It's just I have a massive pimple that I'm trying to hide from you guys as well under my fringe. So I'm going to have to be like, Okay, so that is done. I think that's the hard part over. So now what I need to do is peel off these and hope that it doesn't hurt. Oh my god, creepy. Ah! Oh my god, look at that. I've never done it before. So smooth. Oh my god, but I don't think they match. Oh my gosh, I'm totally gonna use this tape technique all the time. I think it may have taken off some of my foundation though. Whoops, hair. Yeah, okay. I think it took off like all my foundation. So maybe if you try this look out at home, maybe do your eyes before you do your makeup, but I'm just too lazy to do that. I'm like, is it actually, or has it just like left a mark in my skin? I feel like it's left a mark in my skin. Oh, can you guys see it, or am I crazy? There's like a line. There is a line on my face. I feel like it's like a dent in my skin. What happened Okay, when I'm not looking really close, I can't see it. So we're going to ignore it and hope that it doesn't cause me pain later on. It doesn't look bad in the photos. Okay, don't look at my pimple, please. So for my lower lash line, what I had envisioned is red, which is what I'm going to do. So I am going to pop into the same shade I used to make my wing, which was the Spices shade in my Rockin Moroccan palette. This one here that I kind of ruined. But anyway, so now I'm going to take this pencil sort of shade here. And I'm going to be very careful with this because it is like a glitter. So I'm going to kind of like be gentle and drag it along my lower lash line to meet the wing. But I'm going to take it all the way across as well because I feel like I should. Well, you know what? I feel like these are really good eyeshadows. I forget. Bam, look at that. There we go. I've kind of just like blended it a little bit up from the corner as well. So it like blends together. I'm just going to do the other eye off camera because... Okay guys, so I actually just off camera went over my shapes with the shade in my Moroccan palette as well. So the shade TuToRiAl. Just because it's kind of like a yellowy white, which was why I didn't want to use it at the first place because I thought it wasn't white enough, and I thought the pigment in my Natio palette was white. But I think the pigment in my Natio palette was like duochrome because like it's a bit pink. So I went over it with that in hopes that would make it slightly a bit more white, like the white shapes on their black masks. And maybe it did a little bit, but it's still quite pink, which is annoying. So, you know, if you replicate this look, I would recommend not using this and just sticking to the Rockin Moroccan palette. If you have these, you might be using other products, in which case do not use something with a hint of pink instead of white. I mean, you can and it'll just look like this, but it looks a little less threatening. But anyway, so that is the eye look done. Okay, I'm just gonna chuck on my Bareminerals Round the Clock eyeliner on my waterline and tight line now. I'm actually just going to go back into the pencil brush I used to do my lower lash line as well and kind of like blend that in a little bit more just to blend the liner. Try not to make a mess. Okay, and now I'm going to chuck on my McGrath FetishEyes mascara without curling my eyelashes because I don't know where I put my eyelash curler. So eyes is now done and I've zoomed you back out. I also forgot, I haven't bronzed, highlighted or blushed yet. So I'm going to do that too. I actually picked colours out specifically to sort of match this look, I think, as much as I could. So I'm going to start with bronzer and I'm just going to pop into my AESTHETICA Sunset Bronzer. I'm just going to sculpt with this brush. It's like a subtle sort of warm shade. Or actually no, it's like more cool. Kind of wanted a cool bronzer. I just wanted to do my eyes first because I was worried that there would be stuff that I'd have to fix up if there was any fallout, which surprisingly there wasn't. So, you know, these palettes are so good. I feel like my eyes look so vampy. It's made me look super pale. But anyway, I feel like my look from last year was like almost identical to this except with different colors now that I'm thinking about it because it was like the fairy look. So it was like green and purple and then it had flowers on my eyebrow. Oh, and maybe I had flowers down here. I can't remember. Like down my cheek instead of on my eyebrow. I feel like I did both. But anyway, we're not doing shapes. We're not doing any more shapes today because my eyebrow shapes were damn hard. Okay, that is done. And now for highlight, I'm just going to go into the Super Shock highlight from ColourPop in this shade On the Cusp. I'm just going to go into this with my finger gently and pop this on my cheekbone, a bit above my brow. I'm not going to put it on my brow bone. Just because otherwise I'll ruin my beautiful shapes. Super Shock products are like pretty much one of the only products that I will apply with my fingers. I feel weird using my fingers to apply it, to be honest with you, but I know it's the way that it goes on best. There we go. Just for like a natural looking highlight to hopefully cover that weird line that I have on my face now that you might not be able to see. I feel like I don't even have it on this side. It's on the other side. It's weird. Maybe the other side stuck to my face too well. Okay. For blush, I had two options. I wanted to go with like a red blush. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one because that's more orange. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the E.L.F. Dark Blush Palette, and I'm just gonna use this shade down the bottom here, the most red shade, and I'm gonna go in with like a sort of like really soft dispersed brush so that hopefully it doesn't pack too much product on. I don't want my cheeks to be super stand out. I think I'm gonna go with like like not a lot of blush because I want my eyes to be the main focus. I don't want to do what I always do and put way too much blush on my face. I feel like as soon as I do any more than one, I already go too far. Putting it away. Putting it away and blending it out. Perfect. That is gonna do me. I'm not putting any more blush on my face. Okay, and now I am going to setting spray myself. So I'm gonna use my favorite mist at the moment, which is the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist mist. It's just like amazing. Like the spray is amazing and it smells really nice and it feels really good on my face. So I'm using it all the time. Oh, you're supposed to shake it first as well. There we go. We are pretty much dry now. So for the final product, I need a lip product. I had 4 reds picked out that I was going to choose between, and I think I'm going to go with this delicious blood red here, just because I feel like it really pops. And of course that is going to be the Makiage Infinity Long Wear Matte Lip Cream in the shade Matte Geisha. I actually love this product. I have 2 of these lip creams and they're stunning. Like I really like Makiage. I don't have many of their products, but they're so good. Okay guys, so I'm like, do I want to chuck this on top? I kind of do. Okay, I'm also going to chuck on top of this a lip stain just to give it a bit more of an orangey hue. So this is the ColourPop Fresh Kiss Glossy Lip Stain in this shade Double Cherry. I just wanted like a little bit light, like not lighter, but like, oh, is that going to do anything? I'm not sure. You know what though, it's made it a bit glossy and I feel like that's helped. I think that's what I wanted. A little bit of shine. It's all over my teeth. Whoops. Okay. I feel like, I don't know. I kind of wanted it to be a bit more orange, which I feel like it's the tiniest bit more orange now. But it's also made it glossy and I think I really like that to match in with my under eye. I hope it's all off my teeth now. It's really hard to tell. Okay guys, so that completes my tutorial. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a wild ride getting this right. If you replicate it at home, be sure to let me know. I hope you do a better job than I do, but we were just like, you know, ironing out the kinks today. But anyway guys, I think it's like really interesting. I think I just needed a steadier hand and a whiter eyeshadow to get the shapes right. And maybe only 2 shapes on each side. I don't know, I kind of like the all shapes are on them. I just thought with the Squid Game thing, I thought I'd like jump on the craze, you know, jump on the wave and try and do makeup about it. Because I know that like there's not actually that many looks and stuff on the internet for it, because I don't think there's really any like massive makeup looks that people have done so far from this, but I'm sure like there'll be a lot of people who are amazing like makeup artists and stuff that can do such like cool things, and I'm really looking forward to see like how many more like Halloween Squid Game sort of looks come out. But I don't know, I just thought this was like an interesting way of doing it, like an interesting interpretation, and I hope you guys like got some ideas of your own from this or something like that, or you know, you might want to replicate this. I hope you have an easier time than I did. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about any of the products that I used or anything that I did, let me know and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And if you would like to like this video or subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate that too. And hopefully I will see you soon. I'm right-handed, so I did a square. I don't think they're even. Ripped the hair out. That's good. I'm gonna zoom you as well. So, good start, good start. Hopefully that's not broken. So now that I have it like densely placed right in the parts where I want it to be, the densely placed, what I'm gonna do is, I don't know. So now what I'm gonna do, so this is the ColourPop